So it's the Bishop's Park under 18s doubles final. All of the equipment and gear that I'm using you can buy at Tennis Point. Seed number 1's Chet and Lemuel, as we saw in the last set against me and Mark. The seed number 2's, these two, Lemuel and Chet, seed number 1's, played together quite regularly as they are brothers. If you haven't watched the first set already, you can go and watch it now. There'll be a link in the description. We won the first set 4-1, as you can see, and in this set I think our main aim was to make balls, be consistent, but also put the net player under a bit more pressure, which will allow them to obviously make mistakes. Me and Mark go 15 love up in this first game. Let's see what Chet can do with his big serve. I'm luckily missing this one here, but he had a very solid kick second serve, which allowed him to make many of his second serves, which obviously allowed them to be in the point. So Mark there hitting a shank out of the fence, allowing it to go 15-all. Here Chet coming up with another serve. And especially me, I found his serve quite tough to return, especially when he's hitting serves like that, which are absolutely unbelievable and very hard to get back. But I think later on I can show you, or I show you how I try and make the returns. Unlucky, an unforced error there. And we were playing short sets, obviously, as you can see by the scoreline, but also sudden death juice. So if you're 40-15 up, like Lemuel and Chet are now, you have 3 chances to hold the serve. So Chet coming into the net, especially good on the doubles. Mark getting a low ball. Volley rally at the net here. Unbelievable volleys, and Chet putting it away very nicely. I think perhaps I could have been a bit more decisive and hit my volley away from Chet and Lemuel. It's 1 love. Now we're on serve again. Here's a replay of that point. Chet coming to the net very nicely there and having a very long volley rally, which is quite common in younger doubles, so under 12s and under 14s, but maybe not so much in under 18s doubles, which is what we're playing here. But it does happen, like we just saw. Maybe I was a bit tentative on this volley. I tried to go over him, but he was there, and then the rest was just a straight volley rally. I think this one here, the low volley, he did well to get it to my feet. I perhaps could have recovered slightly better, and then he's put it away there. So now, beginning of the second game of the second set. Mark putting in a very good kick serve to Lemuel's backhand, and then, like I said, putting the net pressure player under pressure. Me getting back 2 very tough volleys there, and then Mark smashing it up the line and putting the net player under pressure, allowing us to win that point. Well, Mark did very well on his serve. He used the surface of the court, which was very bouncy, I had to say. The ball did kick up quite a lot, so he was hitting these unbelievable slice serves, which put the player at the baseline under pressure. Chet's an unbelievable ball there, straight through the middle, threading the needle between me and Mark. Both of us called for the other person to take it, neither of us did. And Mark hitting another one of those unbelievable serves. Chet coming across, but Mark still making it. And here's the putting it at the net again. That was our real main tactic. He stood quite close to the net, and we both saw that. So that was our main aim, and especially on serve. So 30-15 up here. Mark putting another really high bouncing serve into the body, which, as you can see, forced the error. I'm also quite curious to see what you guys think. Leave a comment in the description down below to tell us if you want to see more of these videos with commentary and the whole depth analysis, or whether you want to just see the highlights of the video, so the best points, and whether you even want to have the highlights commented on as well by me and Lucian. So just leave a comment down below on what you think about that. So 2-all. Here's the quick highlight of the best point in that last game. That was threading the needle shot, as I'd like to call it. So Lemuel's serve now. trying to go up the tee using that kick serve. Me and Lemuel are wearing almost the same clothing, which as a spectator now is quite confusing to distinguish from. But here, as you can see, is the rally cross court and just dipping that ball low through the middle, which is such a great shot in doubles because it could just tease the net player to have a stab at it, and more often than not it's such a hard shot to play, and so an error will come. Here we go. This is a very important game to break because if we can get on serve, then it's 3-1. It's a very big advantage to have. Mark getting a return, unluckily. It was a great serve, so he's just put it short. 15-all. Lemuel again now. Serve out wide, bang on the line there. Hitting it, great angle. But me, I was just trying to make the ball back, putting the net player under pressure there. Perhaps chose the wrong time. Could have been a bit more aggressive on that shot, or even go back cross court. But it's always tough to make those decisions in such a high stress situation. 30-15, Chet and Lemuel. Mark's going to have to pull something out of the bag here, quite special, off this return. Body serve, Chet comes across, puts it behind me. Great play, great use of the net as a doubles team, and that's where you can see the experience of playing together really coming into play. So now 40-15 up, they have 3 points to hold because of course it's sudden death juice. I'm slightly nervous here, want to make sure that I make the ball, not to let partner down, and also to win a point. So here just rallying cross court, allowing Lemuel to make the mistake. Now Mark on the return, what can he do? Right, Lemuel serve now. To Mark's backhand, he puts a beautiful ball up the line, and that grittiness and that ability to say I'm just going to go for it on this point is something that you have to admire in a tennis player, because that's essentially what's going to win you the points, and that's what won us the point there. Right, now sudden death juice, very big point here. Lemuel hitting a kick serve out wide, beautiful check coming across, making that low ball, and that's a very key point. Unlucky that Chet missed that. Here's the best point of the last game. Chet coming across, hitting the ball behind me. Doubles, knowledge coming into play. So my serve here, trying to almost do the same as what Mark did, using that kick serve very effectively to try and force the opponent to make the mistake, but unluckily there I made the mistake. I think we were trying to minimise the unforced errors that we made throughout the whole match, not to give away any cheap points, especially because it's sudden death juice and you really cannot afford to do that. So here I am. Big kick serve out wide. Mark coming across the net and putting it through behind Lemuel, just like Chet did in the last game. So here we are, 15-all. Go, I can't remember. He goes down the tee to Lemuel's backhand, rallying cross now. Very deep ball there, using this spin. Even you can see there, even though it's quite short, it's still going quite deep. Just chasing the ball down. He's almost touched that there. He didn't. And Lemuel coming into the net, and that was a ball that I just missed long, which is quite unfortunate. It's always difficult when you have 2 players at the net. You're not quite sure where to go, down the middle, out wide. Quite a tough shot to play. So 15-30 down. This is their chance to get the break back. But again, wide kick serve, pushing that backhand and hitting it deep with depth and pushing Chet back to go 30-all. 30-all. Big serve, kick serve down the tee, putting Mark in a good position there, putting it at Chet's feet very low, and allowing us to win the point there. It's 40-30 us, 2-1. This will be to hold serve. Another out wide serve, forcing Chet to make the mistake. That's what we tried to do, especially on our service. 3-1 up, it's looking good. One more game and then it's done. Hoping to close it off this game. Take a great burden off Mark's serve, because sometimes when you're under a lot of pressure, your serve can very much falter. But after saying that, Chet's got a great serve. Going for the lob there. Chet coming across with the one-hander. Mark, me coming into the net now. Mark hitting a backhand, then a forehand. Really ripping the ball cross court, hitting it to Lemuel, getting a bit of a lucky net cord there, and then being able to pass him. And that's where a net cord of yours can make a massive difference in doubles. Even if it is at the player, it just gives you that extra second of time to think about where you're going to go. But all is not over. Chet's big serve. Unluckily misses the first serve there. What can he do on the second in this high pressure situation sometimes? You can get very nervous and tighten up, but he clearly hasn't. That's a net cord right there. He's gone kick out to Mark's forehand. Mark pushing the ball back, perhaps a bit nervous. Lemuel hitting it close to me. Me making 2 reaction volleys. That's something I've been working on, really making sure that my reactions are good and able to make those balls. Mark has already played 4 matches today, so he's absolutely finished. I played 2 already as well. So both at the end here. 30 love up. Chance. Great serve. Called out. Very hard to see the lines from this camera angle, but it was just long. Chet hitting a great serve to my forehand. Rallying cross court, trying to get the angle there. Rallying cross court. Slightly nervous as I can see, watching myself back now. Getting a unlucky shank there, and he's put it in the net. Now slightly tentative on my behalf. It's quite hard to see the angle and how far you're actually hitting it off court. Actually using a wide angle lens, so if you were on court you'd be able to see perhaps a bit more how wide I was hitting it. Match point up. Chet hitting, going for it on the serve, which is what I like to see. Here we go. Second serve, can he hold it together? Yes, he can, going to Mark's forehand. Mark ripping it, and Chet putting it in the net. That's us. 1 doubles title with Mark. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. Winning the first doubles title of 2019 definitely deserves a like from you guys. Loads of our viewers also aren't subscribed, so if you're one of those people, make sure you subscribe right now. I'll see you in the next video.